In a grave thrown, without rite or ceremony, it awoke. Now it wanders, it seeks vengeance.
The world might seem black and white to you witches, but for us common folk, it's shades of grey. As is my family's story. I've nothing to lose.
Can a family be truly cursed? Is it fate, or do people cause curses? Be it a doomed, abusive relationship, or a naivety in dealing with magics not understood? Who is to blame in the sad tale of the bloody Baron and his wife, and their innocent daughter Dea? Stillborn, risen as something monstrous, a botchling.
The Baron and his wife. Look happy enough.
So we reach the second part of this cursed tale, on creatures known as botchlings, the stillborns abandoned without name or ceremony, left unwanted. The process in which an unborn child becomes such a creature is one of foul magic and curses.
'Tis a being cursed. Blood will always find kindred blood.
Curses are at their strongest with blood ties, familial relations, and love lost or spurned. The child must be lost through tragedy, miscarriage, or unwanted. The child must be improperly buried, left without name or place.
Chose a lovely spot.
Damn it, will you relent? I'm ploughing now I've done wrong.
Its spirit can never rest. It failed to be born into this world, and it does not belong in life, so in death it returns to stalk the night. The pallid and blotchy skin, the bulging eyes, the terrible maw of razor teeth, the umbilical cord curled round its lower half, the remnants of a mother lost.
Look.
It is a horrific sight, even for a witcher. Surely any mother would go mad at the sight. Botchlings are known to prey on pregnant women. They suck the blood and life essence from them, killing unborn babies, perhaps in revenge for their own life. It is only when the expectant mother is feeble and drained that the botchling strikes and finishes her off. They are more dangerous than their appearance suggests. Witchers know this firsthand. As Geralt of Rivia faced such a curse on the path to his Ciri, a meeting with the bloody Baron of Crow's Perch would unravel into a bargain.
Many have lost loved ones here. Some their wives, others their daughters.
You know I'm looking for Ciri.
I do.
The bonds were long broken, long before Geralt had even arrived. The Baron and his wife Anna had a troubled marriage, to say the least, for the Baron was a drunk and an awful one at that, his temper unrivaled.
He's the bloody Baron, no stranger to blood sport, the kind his dad practiced on his mum.
He was an abusive man, but the Baron would tell you that he had cause.
Your wife. How'd she make you angry? Too much salt in the soup? Socks never darned?
For nearly 3 years she'd found comfort in the arms of one Evan, a childhood friend. I went to find the bugger, to get the girls back, bring them home. Yet soon as I saw him, something turned inside me, something dark. I slaughtered the shit-eating twat and fed his carcass to the dogs. Things changed. They would never be the same. Anna tried to take her own life, and mine, several times. She would prod me, goad me, taunt me, in the hope I would hit her again, perhaps. She'd scream that I'd robbed her life of love, that I'd destroyed the idea for her, and so might as well kill her.
Anna may have had her part to play, but concerning the unborn child they were to raise, the Baron's final hope for a happy family was destroyed when Anna sought help through those that had evil intent. The crones of Crookback Bog.
Different than you were in the tapestry.
Well, bring it here.
I know that mark. This is Anna, the wife of the Baron of Crow's Perch.
She belongs to no man.
A fruit ripened in her womb. A fruit sprouted from seeds sown by a man she detested.
We helped her. She agreed to serve. She bears the mark. She is ours.
Naively, she assumed the crones would make the child disappear. She couldn't foresee the consequences, the toll it would take on her in servitude to the crones, and the curse that it would lay on her unborn child. It was the Baron's actions, however, that would seal baby Dia's fate as a botchling. The night Anna planned to flee with their other daughter Tamara was the night she miscarried and the child was left, stillborn. The Baron and Anna fought.
Wooden candlestick. Stem's broken. Piece of wood looks like the stem of that candlestick. No coincidence there. Fight might have happened here. Deep nicks. Hit with a heavy object. Found signs of a fight in the room. Know anything about that?
A fight? What are you talking about?
Someone was attacked. Probably your wife or daughter. Whoever it was tried to defend themselves with a candlestick. Missed the attacker. Punctured the wall instead. They tussled too.
I don't know nothing about this.
But Anna slipped away, leaving him alone in Crow's Perch. Devastated by the loss of his child, he buried her. Yet no name was given and no home set. The Baron did not do enough. He wanted to forget the horror he had played a part in, and set the child out of his mind. The curse was in motion. His child would return as a botchling. Geralt would discover the truth of the Baron's misdeeds, and would discover the unborn child had indeed become cursed.
They are not here. They have gone. Blood. I see blood.
Whose?
No Anna. No Tamara. Just the child.
Child. Whose?
Why, Anna's.
Anna was pregnant?
She was. And she miscarried.
Baron didn't mention it.
Afraid, perhaps. Or ashamed, or forgetful. Or perhaps he had no wish to remember.
Baron have anything to do with his wife's miscarriage?
Foul-tempered he is, and he's a fondness for hooch.
No doubt makes his temper even fouler. Did he abuse his family? Anna came to you. You must have noticed something.
The Peller filled in the gaps the Baron had left unspoken. He performed an augury with the spirits, and from that Geralt learned the fate of the Baron's child.
What happened to the child?
In a grave thrown, without rite or ceremony, it awoke. Now it wanders, it seeks vengeance.
A botchling.
White wolf, wise wolf, catch the botchling. The botchling will help, lead the wolf to the loved ones.
Geralt would need to perform sacred rites to lift the curse, and turn the creature into a house spirit, a loverkin.
Heard of one witcher who lifted a botchling's curse. Never tried it myself, though. I know you need to bury it under the threshold.
And give it a name. Perform the Aim Roin.
The ritual of naming.
Win a spirit's favor, and the spirit shall aid you. Ask, and it will answer. Seek, and it will show you the way.
With all the information at hand, Geralt would confront the Baron, as he was vital in removing the curse.
We've a hero in our midst. You've earned yourself a barrel of Lyrian.
I know your wife miscarried. Was that before or after you beat her to a pulp?
What the fuck are you suggesting?
Don't play me for a fool. You'd been beating them for years. Finally, they'd had enough and fled. Sound about right? We need to talk.
Baron, with some sense knocked into him, told the truth, and the pair prepared themselves to lift the curse and resolve this nightmare.
What happened next?
Next, it only got worse. I awoke at sunset, not knowing how many days had passed. Thought it was all a ploughing, drunken nightmare. And then I went to the bedchamber, and Anna was not there. Instead, there was blood everywhere. I knew she'd miscarried. My breath short, my throat locked. I neared the bed and saw it. It lay there, a tiny thing, defenseless, on bloodied sheets, dead.
What did you do with the child?
What was I to do? Took it out and buried it.
Just like that?
Damn you! I gave no thought to a funeral. It was a horror. I wanted it to end. That child had been my dream. I told Anna, the little one, our little one, to make things right. Yet she died before she could be born. Understand, Witcher? My child was dead.
The Baron led the way, down to the lonely grave and down to where the Botchling prowled.
Take it in your arms, quick.
And if it goes Garrity, it'll bite us in the arse before we know it.
Keep screaming and it will turn rabid. It's calm for now.
Bloody hell. What happens when it gets very restless?
It'll bite through your jugular, and you'll bleed to death before I can help. Tell me if it starts wriggling. I'll calm it with magic. Pick it up. Take it in your arms.
Merciful gods!
The Baron must atone for what he has done and set his child free. Embrace it as his own.
Back to the fortress.
What? With this?
As I recall, you were the one who wanted to test the old legends, change it into a lubberkin.
What now?
Repeat after me. By the powers of earth and sky.
By the powers of earth and sky.
By the world that was to be your home.
By the world that was to be your home.
Forgive me, you who came, but who I did not embrace.
Forgive me. You who came, but who I did not embrace.
I name thee, say her name, and embrace thee as my daughter.
I name thee Daya, and embrace thee as my daughter.
Good. Now bury the body. In 1 day's time, Daya should turn into a lubberkin.
The old tales of the Lubberkin were true, and Geralt would be one step closer in finding his own daughter, Ciri.
By blood's power I summon you. With your name I beseech you. Hear my call and arise, Daya. Lead me to those bound to you by blood.
Geralt had resolved the curse. Daya's spirit was now free, no longer a threat, and no longer a burden. And so ends the tale of the Baron and his wife. Abusive relationships are fertile grounds for curses. They brought a child into the world with no home or family to care for it. They paid the ultimate price. The curses they had both suffered had left mental and physical scars, and would stay with them forever, or would finish them off.
Witchers don't debate. Their conscience plays no part. They just get on with it, then pick up the coin pouch tossed at their feet and set off on their way. Folk don't expect Witchers to save them from themselves. Couldn't know Anna would die. And I never thought the Baron would leave his wife where she lay, find a rope and hang himself. Most times, you make your choice and never look back.
Thank you for watching the second part of this cursed tale. The previous video was on werewolves and can be found below. I realise there are more story beats and quests that involve the Bloody Baron and Anna, but I didn't want this video to become too inflated. I chose to mainly discuss the events surrounding the Botchling. If you enjoyed this video, then leave a like or subscribe for more. Thank you and good luck on the path. I'll leave you with another clue as the upcoming video.
We all have secrets of one kind or another.